Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Ruach Kadash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and none but the truth. In the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Bashim Shah. Trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears. You so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminoans, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations. Like, for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person, so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. We got a bunch of random news and stuff that's going on around the world. I'm going to play these videos. I'm going to get into the script my best ability. Say whatever God say through the spirit and power. Yahweh Bashim Shah, the Holy Spirit of Ruach Kadash. Lord willing be on me. Let's get it.
All right, just into our newsroom. Police have discovered the remains of a New Mexico woman who's been missing for nearly a year. The body of Melissa Casillas, an assistant at the Los Alamos National Laboratory, a nuclear security facility, was discovered in a national forest about 70 miles from her home. Police say they also recovered a gun near her body. Casillas first reported missing last June when she didn't show up for work. Her purse...
I guess the gun is a sign that shows that she had committed suicide 70 miles from her home. I don't know.
Her phone and her ID all left at home. You probably
that's strange.
Remember the story because Casillas is one of those several scientists and military service members who have either unexpectedly died or gone missing just within the last few years. Police say an investigation into her death is now underway. Thank you for watching.
It sucks when you know so much. Yep. You know all this scientific stuff, and then they find your ass dead or missing. Anyway, next video. But that's judgment from the Lord.
Paris has erupted into chaos after Paris Saint-Germain defeated Arsenal in the UEFA Champions League final. What began as celebration quickly spiraled into violence, with over 400 arrests, torched vehicles, vandalized shops, and injured officers as large parts of Paris slipped into disorder. The unrest has sparked global and political outrage. Elon Musk reacted, problems in Paris, amplifying the crisis worldwide.
Oh man, get the fuck out. I don't even know what the fuck that sound was. This musty ass African booty scratching Edomite nigga talking about some problems in Paris. Hell, y'all gonna have problems in America, and you the ones causing this shit. With the people getting fired or losing their jobs. Shit. All you damn devils. Anyway, and this is perfect. Hey, what do you call it? Problem, reaction, solution, or either order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. Yeah, y'all create the chaos. Y'all gonna bring some order into the bitch. Anyway, I don't know how this shit is created, but hey, they don't never let a good Christ go to waste. If this is organic, you know Esau gonna say, hey, I'm about to get my hands on this shit.
Meanwhile, Marine Le Pen launched a fierce attack on Emmanuel Macron.
Yeah, just like this, all this the dog and pony show shit. It's all dumb. It's bullshit. They both play a part in this shit.
Blaming the government for the breakdown in order.
Only in France does the victory of a football club spark riots. Only in France does everyone feel compelled to lock themselves in their homes to avoid violence. The French can no longer...
Yeah, we need to have order. That's what she's saying. We got to have absolute order and control of this situation.
...longer stand these scenes of chaos that multiply at the slightest pretext, despite an extraordinary security apparatus.
Despite nearly 22,000 police deployed across France, clashes erupted at major flashpoints, exposing serious gaps in control. Officers fired tear gas as crowds turned aggressive, while injuries and damage mounted. Authorities admitted the situation had spiraled beyond expectations under heavy security.
7 police officers have been injured during the incidents. The unrest
come on, bro. You already had fireworks out there in the midst of all that shit. They decide to shoot. I don't know, bro. Cause it's like, you got the agent provocateurs and shit.
Absolutely unacceptable.
The violence unfolded rapidly after PSG's dramatic penalty win. Fans gathered at screenings near the Parc des Princes before flooding central Paris. Celebrations turned tense as fireworks were launched, barricades attempted, and projectiles hurled at police, triggering clashes and a forceful crackdown. The aftermath has left the city shaken, with damaged property and disrupted transport networks across Paris. Similar riots last year point to a troubling pattern. With a massive victory parade expected, pressure is mounting on Macron as authorities brace for another potential flashpoint. From football glory to street chaos, Paris's victory night has turned into a test of state control.
Alright, well, I guess that's it. There's gonna be more chaos. It ain't gonna be about no damn football game. It's gonna be about food. No food, no water, no electricity. Shit.
Cuba's energy crisis caused by the U.S. oil blockade.
And then something like this, yeah, this will create the same crisis or same reaction, but way worse, especially when it's food or energy restricted and shit.
Has impacted all areas of society, not the least of which is its healthcare system. Critical services across all areas of care, from oncology to maternity, even emergency procedures, all reliant on electricity, have been put at risk. Tens of thousands of...
Man, look at this shit, man. This is a hate crime, or not hate crime, war crimes right here. Fucking America command war crimes on the, well, I wouldn't say all the Manassas, because you can have Ephraim there, you can have Judah there, but pretty much all these Israelites. Yeah, I don't know what tribe. I mean, I know it's mostly Manassas, but they just say they just nothing but Israelites. And this is judgment from the Lord, though. Then you know that for sure. For all you Israelites, keep eating pork and shit. Them niggas eat that fucking pork. Shit. Over there and them. Anyway, and worshiping Jesus Christos and doing witchcraft.
patients are on a waiting list for needed surgeries due to the lack of energy to run equipment in operating rooms. Earlier this year, Cuban health authorities called for international support amid the crisis. China was already answering that call, donating thousands of solar panel systems to the island, many of which have already been installed in hospitals and medical centers across Cuba.
Yeah, China come bring aid as long as you give them some oil or something.
Officials at Havana's Abelardo Ramirez Polyclinic voiced relief after receiving one of the systems, saying they can once again cater to the needs of their patients.
Hoy tenemos cubierto.
Today, we again have all emergency services available to the people, as well as our dental clinic, our intensive care unit, and our vaccination.
Oh shit, man, you know she a goner, taking that damn lethal injection shot. Simple asses. I gotta be healthy. Shit, for your tombstone, or your not tombstone, for your coffin.
Room where we store vaccines for children and adults, all thanks to the energy provided by solar panels.
For doctors in the emergency services and the dental clinic, the solar technology has allowed them to get...
Nah, it's more than just them solar panels doing that shit. They had to have some inverters. Not inverters, they had to have some damn power stations. Yeah, they had some power stations running all their equipment.
back to the business.
The solar panels' purpose is just to charge them damn things up. But you don't really want to use and charge up at the same time because they'll fuck up the batteries. And they probably gonna misuse the shit and gonna fuck up the batteries.
Of providing care.
Los paneles solares han tenido un impacto positivo.
The solar panels have been very beneficial. Before they were installed, we could not offer appropriate services because all our dental equipment needs power to work.
Ya podemos venir todos los días y ya no.
And this ain't coming from America. Yeah, it's coming from another country. And in America, they just demonize these folks as being terrorists. Yeah, you Israelites, we all terrorists to these damn niggers, man. Esau got paid for this shit. But of course, this is judgment from the Lord. But this is a war crime, bro. For what? What did they get out of this? I mean, hey, man, Esau loves to get something. He like to get something out of watching the Israelites suffer.
Can now come to the dock every day because the polyclinic now has
But this is judgment from the Lord for you Israelites, that stiff-neck ass.
electricity. I came for a medical consultation and also for eye services without fear of a blackout thanks to the solar panels they installed here.
In a recent interview with CGTN, China's ambassador to Havana, Hua Xin, reiterated his country's determination to assist Cuba amid the severe energy crisis.
And will continue to provide assistance to.
And what solar panel? They gave them some shit ass solar panels. They ain't give them them transparent ones, the double-sided solar panels. or the what you call them, N6, whatever the ones, they more efficient. The other ones they buy, what they call it, buy something. It's like it's clear, it's transparent. It's on one side gets sun and on the other side it gets that sunlight. But whatever, they gave him some typical rinky-dinky solar panels. But whatever.
Cuban people in power and food sectors. Additionally, 5,000 sets of household solar equipments are being installed in community, polyclinic, and nursing homes.
Cuban authorities have expressed their gratitude for China's continued support.
Damn sure ain't coming from America, though. Americans ain't let those niggas suffer. Shit. Damn, man. Boy, they supposed to be claiming to be humanitarians of the world. No. Let's get to the next video. But ultimately, this is judgment for you Northern Kingdom tribes and Southern Kingdom. Yeah, we all gonna get something. Get a good old ass whooping from the Lord, man. We're gonna pray like heaven, the Lord have mercy on you. Repent.
Moving on now, the United States is hurtling towards a fiscal crisis, and the numbers tell a troubling story. And according to the Congressional Budget Office, by 2031, the US government will no longer be able to cover its mandatory spending from tax revenues alone. In this next report, we decode the numbers and the risks for you. Take a look.
Entitlements like Social Security and Medicare, combined with interest payments and other mandatory outlays, will exceed all federal tax collected. That is not a warning, but a projection based on current policy. By 2040, these mandatory expenditures are expected to hit nearly 20% of GDP.
They said U.S. has no plan as debt burden keeps rising. They have a plan. Oh yeah, they have a plan. This shit leading to their chip implants, the mark of the beast. They gonna crash this bitch, and they gonna roll out, whenever they get a chance, roll out digital cash and a chip for your ass. And that's the plan right there.
That would be the highest level ever recorded in American history, outside the extraordinary pandemic years of 2020 and 2021. The interest burden alone is staggering. Net interest payments are projected to reach 5% of GDP, an all-time high. The United States will be spending more on interest than most countries spend on their entire governments. Meanwhile, tax revenues are expected to rise only modestly to around 18% of GDP. That is the highest since 2020, but it is still not enough. The gap between what the government collects and what it must spend keeps widening. Here is the context that should alarm every American. In 2000, tax revenues exceeded mandatory spending by 8 percentage points of GDP. Today, that cushion is gone. By 2031, the math flips entirely. So what is the plan? That is the question Washington is not answering. There is no...
There's a secret. They gonna hey, the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shach know the plan. Crash this bitch. And let the chaos run rampant. And then they'll bring out a solution to the chip implant, the mark of the beast. With digital cash too. By 2040, nigga, please. Man, fucking hell. 2040, what it says right here, no thanks.
Credible long-term fiscal strategy on the table. No serious proposal to restructure entitlements, no political will to raise revenues at the scale required. Both parties have spent decades expanding obligations and cutting taxes simultaneously. The CBO is not a partisan body. It does not sound alarms lightly. When it says the trajectory is unsustainable, it means the current path leads to a very difficult situation. Debt crises do not arrive suddenly. They build slowly over the years. Markets can't tolerate deficits for years. Then confidence breaks, borrowing costs spike, and adjustment becomes brutal. The US is not there yet, but it is moving in that direction with no clear plan to stop. Business Bureau, Beyond World is One.
Yeah, the keepers of the house will tremble.
A job ad for shepherds has gone viral in China, and it says a lot about the country's economy. Farm owner Shuo Xiaoyong posted a simple job listing. He needed 2 herders for herding 3,000 sheep across remote grasslands south of Mongolia, where winters dropped to minus 30 degrees Celsius. Now, he expected a handful of replies, but he got 700 applicants instead. The ad exploded on Weibo, China's social media platform, and within hours, it had 59 million views and 21,000 discussion threads. It became the day's top trending topic. Now, who applied? Well, it was almost everyone, white-collar workers from Shanghai and Chongqing to factory workers and university graduates. Half the applicants were born in the 1990s, but this isn't just a quirky story. It is a window into China's strange job market. Official unemployment sits at just above 5%, but underemployment is rising. Private sector wages have lagged behind economic growth for most of the past decade. Workers across industries complained about the brutal 996 culture. That is 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week, and many in their mid-30s face another fear. Chinese workers call it the curse of 35. Studies show that most employers, including government officers, they quietly overlook candidates older than that age. Economists warn that things could get worse. A record 12.7 million university graduates enter the job market this summer. And this comes when factories face rising costs from the Iran war, and AI is eliminating positions across sectors. China's 5% growth relies heavily on exports. Manufacturers are cutting profits to compete globally. One applicant was a 28-year-old person called Wu. He works in e-commerce, and she earns 10,000 yuan a month, but she still considered the shepherding job. And that says everything.
Yeah, grind is ceasing over in China. And they ain't the only place. All over the world, there's a lot of people losing their jobs. America. Homeless camp enclosure in Metro Atlanta to disappear. Displace more than 100. Israel deepens Libyan offenses. Yeah, let's move on back to the list. I ain't got nothing to add in. Let's see what else we got.
Now, Bangladesh has raised retail fuel prices for the second time in 6 weeks as higher global energy costs continue to weigh on import-dependent economy. Petrol prices have been increased by 5 taka per litre to 140 taka, which is nearly $1.14 while kerosene now costs 135 taka per litre. Diesel, which is the country's most widely used fuel, remains unchanged. The government says that the revision is part of its automatic fuel pricing mechanism, which adjusts domestic prices based on international oil markets. The latest fuel hike is expected to push transport and food costs up, adding to inflationary pressures that remain elevated. Bangladesh's inflation stood at 9.04% in the month of April, with authorities now considering higher electricity tariffs as well. The energy shocks is placing additional burden on public finances, with the government expected to spend over $1 billion on LNG subsidies alone in April to June quarter if global prices remain elevated. The energy crisis is also affecting Bangladesh's export-driven manufacturing sector, particularly the garment industry, which accounts for more than 80% of export earnings and generates about $39 billion annually. Factory owners report rising costs for fuel, power generation, and petroleum-based raw materials, while supply chain disruptions have increased shipping expenses. Industry leaders say that factory output has fallen by as much as 30 to 40%, and garment shipments have declined in recent months.
Because of the energy, the production drops about 30 to 40%. And the cost of
Damn, that's a hell of a name.
doing business has increased about 35 to 40% also. The local demand has been dropped because of the inflation's getting high.
Concerns are growing that prolonged energy disruptions could weaken Bangladesh's competitiveness against regional rivals such as India, Vietnam, and Cambodia as fuel costs rise and global growth slows. The economic fallout is becoming increasingly visible across households, businesses, and even government finances.
Yep, more problems. More problems, more problems, more problems.
Bring in your AT&T, T-Mobile, Spectrum, or Xfinity bill.
What the fuck?
At Kroger, you can...
Oh my god, I can't skip an ad for shit.
Save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Maison Perrier French Kiss.
We're here at ITER in the south of France, where all around us you can hear them building the world's largest fusion reactor. Building the world's largest artificial sun has not been a smooth process. A series of setbacks have added years to the timeline and billions more to the budget.
This is why doing all this just to build a fake ass sun. So they can toast their asses or melt their asses to death. Come on, bro. Can y'all just like stop trying to play? That's the thing about these fucking heathens. They love to try to create something that they can't. It's something that it's already been made. It's already, y'all got to try to make something better. A better sun that's hotter than what's up there already. That's up in the sky, that's giving you UV rays and torching your ass. Because it's like basically the Lord is fucking punishing these people because they fucking stupid. Look at these niggas making a fake ass sun.
Italy is so expensive, it's taking so long.
At the same time, private fusion startups
he all in on this shit.
have been multiplying, with many hoping to beat ITER to major milestones.
That China,
and yes, China, I think they already made some shit.
And Russia were going to collaborate with the US and Europe and add in Korea and India and Japan. That's either genius or insane.
I ventured.
So all these countries going to tag along with one another, make a fake ass sun. But all these heathens, man, might as well go ahead and read this. Psalm chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? I hope this shit blows up on their ass. Just like them CERN colliders and shit when they trying to do time travel. So they can say they can try to overwrite the prophecies and all that stuff. Or create like artificial suns. They can melt their ass or blow up some shit and get killed. I hope that does happen. The Lord sets this shit up and with their ass get killed. Dumb motherfuckers. They deserve it. But anyway, the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh. And yeah, it's like a middle, well, I want to say a middle finger. Is it like a middle finger to the Lord? In a way, yeah, they making a fake sun. Like the sun that the Lord made ain't good enough. We want to make one that's better. And it's made, look, the sun that's already being made doesn't need to be in a building and shit. Being near some special elements that take in heat and all this dumb shit. No, it's made, man. And look how it shows you. It shows you there is a higher power. Cause I'm like, come on, what's the old saying? They trying to be a god, try to be God, try to play God. There's a reason why that's being said a lot. It's because there is a higher power, and these heathens trying to top that higher power. But what do they have to top? Nothing, bro. They're a bunch of dumbasses. Anyway, the kings of the earth. Yeah, I'm just saying for you non-believer people that don't believe in a higher power, well, why are these people trying to make a pseudo-artificial source of energy or anything they trying to make that's organic, that was made by a higher power? Like a sheep, a genetically modified sheep. Man, what's the point of that? A genetically modified mosquito. What's the point of that? A genetically modified anything. What's the point of all these genetically modifieds? Just to say that, hey, we could do it better than the Most High, Yahweh and His Son, Yahweh Shah. Nigga. Anyway, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against His anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their course from us, saying that the hell with the higher power. We want to do our thing. We can make it rain now. Anyway, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shah shall have them in derision and mockery. Back to the video. With this clown ass shit.
Into the heart of this one-of-a-kind mega project made to contain temperatures 10 times hotter than the core of the sun.
See what I mean? 10 times. How the fuck they know how hot the core of the sun is? Did they just they drove in that motherfucker? Did they fly in that motherfucker? They put a little probe in there, and they say they put a spacecraft went in there or something. Now I'm like, nigga, please shut the fuck up. You niggas ain't got no element strong enough to handle that fucking heat. There ain't no element on Earth that can handle that heat. There ain't none. There ain't no element on Earth that can handle that goddamn heat. None at all, nigga. Like I'm saying, these niggas are stupid.
Sun to meet the people bringing this godlike power down to Earth.
Godlike power.
And what I discovered is that ITER is already changing the world, and it's not even finished yet. The dream of ITER comes to us from the sun, which is living proof that the holy grail of a self-sustaining fusion reaction is possible under the right conditions. Controlled fusion releases millions of times more energy than the burning of fossil fuels, and 4 times more energy.
Well, yeah, but I thought they already done this shit. Like a year or 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5, 10 years ago. They said they successfully maintained a fusion core reactor. Well, where is this free energy at? Now they doing it again? Like they never done it before? Man, get the fuck out of here.
Than the reactions that power traditional nuclear power plants, without the risk of meltdown, long-lasting radioactive waste, or releasing carbon.
Well, it's too late for all this shit anyway. Yeah, they thinking about trying to not save the plan, but they looking out for the environment and such by making this reactor, this fusion reactor. Nigga, it's too late for all that shit. Y'all, you heathens are through.
Into the atmosphere. We just have to create the right conditions to make it happen. But recreating these conditions on Earth is like trying to catch lightning in a bottle. Meet plasma, the fourth state of matter, along with solids, liquids, and gas. It occurs when a substance gets so hot, the center of each atom separates from its electrons, making a very spicy soup of free electrons with charged ions moving through it. And because plasma is made up of all of these charged particles, the only way to effectively bottle it is with magnets.
If I am weaving a magnetic field from a central magnet made in San Diego, D-shaped magnets going around the vacuum vessel that are made in Italy and Japan, and then circular magnets made in Russia, in China, in Europe, etc. If I want to contain those microscopic particles, the weave has to be like Egyptian cotton. It has to be super, super tight. If I make the machine 10 times bigger, the precision still has to be in millimeters.
ITER's central solenoid magnet is the largest magnet in the world. Once in place and fully assembled, it will be 5 stories tall, weigh 1,000 tons, and play an essential role in starting and maintaining ITER's fusion reactions. ITER's ultimate goal is to study these reactions in pursuit of a game-changing tipping point for fusion energy.
But this ain't gonna be for the... If they become successful with this shit, which they ain't got no time for this shit. They probably already got this shit. They just ain't telling you people about it. They gonna be using this shit for more powering they damn AI systems and what's that shit called? Them CERN colliders and all that shit. They ain't studying you fucking people. The fossil fuel, burning the fossil fuel or the oil is for you peasants, nigga.
To get to something called a burning plasma.
Who's
I mean, I don't know.
Mobile has an unlimited...
All I can tell you, man, the hell with that shit.
Welcome to the WION podcast, where we explore fascinating...
More playing God. More playing like you the Most High. Fucking niggers keep making all these abominations. The super mosquito. Google got their own mosquitoes. The Google mosquitoes, the G mosquito. Anyway.
Stories and ideas from various fields. In this episode, we explore how scientists trained mosquitoes to like bug spray and what it could mean for the future of repellents. Scientists are now discovering that some mosquitoes may be learning to like the smell of bug spray instead of avoiding it. Scientists have discovered...
Oh shit. You already know the comments got to be lit. Well, I thought it'd be lit up. It's only 5. They said, why the hell would they do that? Why is so freaking dumb? Why not train mosquitoes to hate people? Well, that's a stupid ass fucking response. Anyway, it's probably a bunch of fucking dumbass heathen Indian niggas.
Discovered that mosquitoes can be trained to associate the smell of the world's most widely used insect repellent with a rewarding meal, and can even develop a preference for biting people who have applied it. Despite the striking findings, lead study author Claudio Lazzari was quick to reassure the public that the results, obtained under highly controlled laboratory conditions, do not undermine the effectiveness of DEET. The chemical compound has been in use since the 1940s and is considered the gold...
They're making these motherfuckers repellent resistant. Why? Oh my. I guess sponsored by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, right? Sponsored by Microsoft, right? Anyway.
Gold standard in
sponsored by Google, right?
Repellents, recommended by the World Health Organization in the fight against mosquito-borne illnesses. However, Lazzari, a professor emeritus at the University of Tours in France, noted that the world still needs newer, more environmentally friendly alternatives that cause fewer allergic reactions, and that requires a deeper understanding of why existing repellents work at all. To investigate, an international research team applied a conditioning method similar to the one made famous by Pavlov's dog, the subject of classical conditioning. Aedes aegypti mosquitoes carriers of dengue fever, Zika, yellow fever, and chikungunya were placed in a mesh enclosure and exposed to warm blood alongside the scent of DEET in repeated sessions. Initially, the insects retreated from the repellent as expected, but after just a few rounds of conditioning, more than 60% attempted to bite a DEET-scented surface, even when no blood was present. When given a choice between a clean hand and one coated in DEET, the trained mosquitoes consistently preferred the treated one. Similar results were observed using sugar instead of blood. The researchers concluded that DEET's repellent effect is not purely chemical, but depends on how mosquitoes interpret and remember the scent. Co-author Clement Vinauger of Virginia Tech described this as a paradigm shift in understanding repellent behavior. The findings were published in the Journal of Experimental Biology. Thanks for tuning into this.
Anyway, I don't understand that video. I'm like, they said that you're going to train mosquitoes how to love repellents. Get the... Man.
Old Spice, your fast track to 24/7 freshness.
They track every market so you know when to make your move.
No way. Yes way. Realtor.com.
The war in Iran, Trump's tariffs and climate change have now taken an unexpected toll on potato farmers in Belgium. The country now has unprecedented surplus of nearly 860,000 tons of unsold potatoes, and farmers are unsure of what to do. According to Belgium's state broadcaster, most of these unsold potatoes remain in cold storage. Figures from the Agricultural Magazine of Belgium
is that overflowing storage facilities, upcoming harvest rise is concerned.
Revealed show potato stocks are 21% higher than the average from the past 3 years. Belgium's booming French fries industry has driven farmers to expand potato cultivation. As a result, processing...
They got too many potatoes and they don't know what to do with it? Shit. Well, do something with it, especially this famine coming.
Companies are ramping up output and deepening ties with growers. Moreover, the country's potato planting area rose to a record 107,000 hectares, up from about 95,000 hectares just a few years earlier. However, potato demand has since declined by an estimated 5 to 10%, leaving the market oversupplied. The pinch in prices is being already felt. The surplus has pushed prices sharply down. Potatoes sold outside processing contracts currently fetch about €12.50 or $14.56 per 100 kilograms. This is down from €18 in 2023. Germany is encountering a similar dilemma where individual farmers are being left with over 4,000 tons of unsold potatoes. Many are giving them away.
Yeah, give them away. Give them away now. In America, they ain't giving away shit. They gonna let it rot. Because this is a wasteful ass fucking country.
For free. Overflowing storage facilities and the approaching July harvest are raising fresh concerns. The fate of the surplus potatoes now remains uncertain. Excess stocks will likely either find their way into animal feed or be cancelled towards biogas production.
Yeah, it'd be good to have some when that famine comes.
The quickest...
Potatoes ain't that nutrient and all. They got a lot of starch or something. But shit, it's something good to use as a filler. What is this?
And large parts of southern Europe are experiencing the first major heat wave of the year, with temperatures soaring well above seasonal averages. From Italy to Spain, authorities have issued heat alerts as residents and tourists seek relief from unusually early summer conditions. In Italy, crowds flocked to the beaches, including the popular Mondello Beach in Palermo, as temperatures climbed sharply under a powerful high-pressure system stretching across Europe. The country's health ministry has activated its heat wave monitoring system covering 27 cities and issued heat alerts for several locations. Meteorologists say temperatures across much of Italy are running well above normal for this time of the year, marking the first significant heat wave of the season.
It's definitely getting warmer every year. Even back home, we notice warmer and warmer. Air conditioning is on more days per year than normal.
Meanwhile, in Spain, residents and tourists face sweltering conditions as the country's first extreme heat episode of the year pushed temperatures close to 40 degrees Celsius in several regions. The National Weather Agency has issued widespread yellow heat warnings across large parts of the country. In the southern city of Seville, temperatures climbed to around 37 degrees Celsius, bringing conditions more typical of the peak summer months.
I really can't stand the heat in summer. It's awful. But anyway, it's just a matter of turning the air conditioning on a bit at night, letting some air in, opening the windows in the morning, and closing them properly in the afternoon.
Weather experts say temperatures are expected to ease slightly in the coming days, but warn that the unusually early heat wave could signal the start of the prolonged and intense summer season across Spain. The latest heat wave comes as Europe continues to experience increasingly frequent and intense periods of extreme heat linked to rising global temperatures.
Playing with the heat. See what the hell happened to my list. Oh, here you go.
On the afternoon of May 31st, just after 5 p.m., the city of Harbin was suddenly hit by a tornado and sandstorm. Footage shows a towering black and yellow sand wall, hundreds of meters high. blotting out the sun and accompanied by rolling thunder surging towards the city center like an unstoppable force. In just minutes, entire residential areas were engulfed, turning daylight into night. Screams ring out in the video as residents react in shock. One woman exclaims, "The end of the world is here, run." A woman screamed, "A sandstorm, this is terrifying, my goodness, so scary."
Yeah. Well, who is it coming from? Yahweh Shema Shah.
During the evening rush hour, many residents of Harbin were on their way home from work. With visibility extremely low, vehicles on the road turned on their headlights and hazard lights. Citizens faced a terrifying scene akin to a Hollywood disaster movie, with countless people capturing the scene on their phones.
Lord, just playing the shit out of Moab, bro. I love it. Pray for the elect over there. The hopeful elect.
Oh my gosh, this is terrifying. It's everywhere. I can't see anyone. So scary. It's the first time in my life I've seen something like this. It feels so oppressive. Oh my goodness.
Oppressive? It looks very exciting, bruh. You know how I feel about, boy, I'll tell you something. When I see thunderstorms, as long as I don't get hurt or, I love it because it's power. It gives me goosebumps. It makes my hair jumps up. When I see thunderstorms or cloud thunderstorms show up, I know not to be around or, play it smart. But when it starts thundering light, I'll be like, yeah, I love it. The power. Tornadoes? Yeah, I love seeing tornadoes. Well, I'm far away from that motherfucker. But that power. If I have the power to control that stuff, I'd just be like, hey, yeah, it'd be awesome. I pray to have that power too. That's why I love this shit.
Is this a tornado?
A local resident ran to his rooftop to
punish my heathens. If they get out of line, I'm gonna bring some hailstorm to your ass and knock you niggas out. And if that ain't enough, I'm gonna shock y'all ass with some thunderbolts. Boom! And blow you motherfuckers up.
Observe the approaching storm.
Cut you in half with some hot ass lightning bolts.
He watched in disbelief as a massive tornado wrapped in smoke.
Yeah. The power of Yahweh and Yahweh Shah rolling through you mother suckers.
Whirling dust barreled towards him. Within seconds, the devastating force reached the building's roof. Fierce winds and flying debris forced him to flee in panic. Afterwards, he said, "For the first time, I truly felt the shock of the apocalypse."
Yeah.
In a video from Aachen district,
Fear the Lord.
Another resident reported
Fuck your Buddha.
Similarly severe conditions. The dust storm brought fierce winds and PM10 levels off the charts, filling the air with choking dust. Even with doors and windows tightly closed,
they got them masses. Better use them. They manufacture a whole bunch of them in China.
And seeped indoors. A long-time Harbin resident living in the city for over 20 years recalled, "I've never seen anything like this. Around 3 p.m., it suddenly turned pitch black. The sky turned an orange-brown and the sand and wind poured into homes, like a scene from an apocalypse movie." Another resident added, "In over 30 years, I've never witnessed this. I was on the street and the sky shifted from blue to black. I thought my eyes were failing me."
Find your next possibility on Cars.com. Where to next? Whether you're a professional contractor or simply take pride in handling your own home repairs and projects,
A Douyin or Chinese TikTok creator posted that a Harbin dust storm darkened the sky in just 3 seconds. Other residents replied that the storm was caused by deforestation. Local trees had been cut down, leaving bare soil exposed, making dust storms inevitable. Users from Xinjiang reported similar conditions, noting trees removed and land repurposed for roads and buildings. Flying debris struck people, knocking them to the ground. Strong winds tore off rooftops.
Yeah, that's enough of all that. Moab can't take the high winds. His ass getting blown away by Yahweh Shema Shah. He getting him a dust blast. He dust blasting these niggas. Not gonna say not a sand blasting, but a dust blasting them. But anyway, Nahum chapter 1 verse 3. The Lord Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. So all this destruction is for 2/3 of Israel and you heathens. The Lord Yahweh have his way in the whirlwind and in the storm and the clouds of the dust at his feet. I'm about ready to blow you heathens and 2/3 away. Yeah, that's it. Let me get one more video.
New for you at 4:30, troubling new numbers about kids' mental health are a really big wake-up call for parents. Connecticut Children says nearly 1 in 5 children screened in its emergency department show some level of suicide risk, even kids as young as 7. Channel 3's Tracy McCain has more on the growing crisis and a free program helping to spot the warning signs early.
Kids are in crisis, and they're really struggling. They have a lot of stress. They have a lot of connectivity.
Dr. Stephen Rogers leads emergency health services at Connecticut Children's. He cares for young people struggling with thoughts of self-harm or suicide, some as young as 7 years old.
And have screened.
You know we're in the last days, because when you got children already thinking about suicide, shit, at that age, you got a problem.
Over 100,000 kids for risk of suicide, with a positive rate, meaning they have risk of suicide, of about 18%, which is really high.
That means nearly 1 in 5 children coming through the emergency department is showing some level of suicide risk. Dr. Rogers says part of the challenge is today's always connected world.
They're connected to social media all the time. You know, they're walking around with cell phones.
But that 1 in 5 number pushed doctors to think big.
Yo, check this out. When they cut that damn shit off, there ain't no connection of cell phones, boy, them niggas gonna lose it. Get ready for the suicide levels to go through the fucking roof, bro. No matter how old the people are, old, young.
Not just responding to crisis, but trying to prevent it. Enter QPR, question, persuade, refer.
QPR training helps people to recognize the warning signs of suicide and then connect them to the supports that they need.
QPR classes are free for adults 18 and up in Connecticut, with younger teens able to join with a parent. The training teaches people how to spot warning signs and step in before a crisis.
It was a big shock for me.
22-year-old Stella Garson completed her training this spring after an internship at Connecticut Children's Youth Suicide Prevention Center, and warns the pressure on college students is growing.
It could be just going to class and dealing with that, dealing with finals, dealing with pressure from what you're going to do after you graduate.
She says those struggles don't start in college. For many, they start much earlier.
As a kid, when you just get used to one situation, and I think you have to switch into something new. It's a lot to deal with. I think it's just made me feel more confident to take action.
And that matters because for many young people, the first person they open up to isn't a parent or a doctor, it's a friend.
I think that it's important just to make yourself someone that they can talk to.
Dr. Rogers says people want help. They just don't know how. QPR gives people language. Questions like, how long have you been feeling this way? Describe how you're feeling, or simply,
how can I help?
Dr. Rogers says early intervention is already making a difference, with hundreds of reported interventions tied to the training program. In studio, Tracy McCain, Channel 3 Eyewitness News. Mental illness.
Hey man, they talking about the Commodores. The Commodores died in New Zealand. Wait a minute, let me see that. Wait, what's that? That Commodore's founder dead at 75. Wait a minute, bruh. Founder of the members of Commodores dies at 75. But I'm talking about the whole group. But it's just the core founder. Well, wait a minute, because it's just okay. They're saying that Commodores, yeah. It's just, I know like the whole group shit, because, Lionel Richie, and William King. He was just the founder. I ain't got time to look into it, but oh well.
This is in, right? Everybody's talking about their mental illness, but it's the wrong discussion. The discussion is about brain health. We're the unhappiest we've been since the Great Depression. Suicide skyrocketed, depression, anxiety, drug abuse skyrocketed in children. Anti-anxiety medications like Xanax went up 20% in teenagers. That is a nightmare because it's the wrong solution. And I'm not opposed to medicine. It's just never the first thing I think about. It's like, let's get your brain and your habits right, and then we'll see what you need. And more than half the people taking medicine really don't need it. Last year, 337.
A lot of money involved. Yeah.
7 million prescriptions for antidepressants in the United States. That's insane.
I want to die. And I don't say that in a very, like...
She fucking... yeah.
Oh, she's depressed way, but, like, genuinely, I'm so exhausted that I would rather die than have to wake up and do another day again.
Another one of them damn nose ring, whatever you call them fucking things.
I actually don't have the energy to do anything. I've been sitting in my car for about 10...
You have the energy to kill yourself? I mean, I ain't promoting that, but do you even have... Anyway.
Minutes. I got home from work. I woke up late today. They were super nice about it. And I realized on my way home that I don't care. I don't care about anything anymore. I don't have goals. I don't have passion. I'm not excited to do anything.
Wadi Halba Shemal Shah for giving us a reason to not to care for this world, but to care for something, to hold on to something. That's this truth. It's this thinking about the kingdom. No, you know, all that good spiritual stuff. To not be like these people. They just think there's nothing else other than this shitty ass world. No, there's something else. And it's going to be much better than this shitty ass world. That's why we got to stay in the fight. And not throw out the towel like her big fat ass is.
And I realized that I feel so anxious and feel like my chest is so heavy all the time.
Oh shit, it seems like everything heavy on you.
And I would rather not feel like that at all. I would rather not have to do any of this. Like, what's the point? I work 2 jobs. I work 6 days a week. I have 1 day off a week. And I work my life away. For what? A shitty apartment and a car that costs more money than it's worth? For what? What am I living for? I'm not living for anything. And it's like watching people be like, oh, like, I grew up in a religious household, like, oh, like, you just need Jesus in your life. No, I don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. And she's right now about no, you don't. But you need Yahweh Shemal Shah in your life. You know, you really need Yahweh, because everybody had enough of that damn nigga Jeebus. Jeebus is a fucking death trap. Anyway.
Oh, because my life...
a trip to the Valley of the Dry Bone Land, which we already in, but shit. Anyway.
Wasn't better with him in it.
You right.
That's not the solution. There is no solution. Like,
you wrong.
I'm genuinely realizing that, like, from the time that we're little, we're lied to. You can be anybody. You can do anything you want to do. But that's not...
You can't do anything. Yeah, you can't be all that. Well, you can try to do the best you can do by doing righteous things in the eyes of Yahweh Shemal Shah. That's what you can do. Stop your bitching.
Not true. You can't be anybody. You can't do anything you want to do. There are rules that we have to follow. There are limits to the sky. And I realized that I hit my limit. I hit my limit and I'm done. And I don't care anymore. I don't have energy to care. And I honestly don't have the willpower to keep this up. Like, it's physically exhausting. It's so bad that my physical body is literally breaking down.
With all that fat, I don't think so. Shit. I'm just joking. I mean, shit. Like, she breaking down like a... Oh, whatever. You just lazy, bitch.
And I'm only 21, and physically, I can feel my body is deteriorating. And
don't look like it. You ain't got the old Zampic face.
Worse. And the more I think about why I'm alive and why I keep working so hard for goals I'll never achieve, the more I realize literally my life is meaningless. It's pointless. And there is no point to it.
If you staying anywhere, if you seeking Yahweh Shemal Shah, it's different. For you Israelites, I mean, it's different when you seeking the Lord. So don't. It's easy said and done. It's just like this ain't for everybody. But I feel it in my spirit that, man, I'm doing the right thing, and I pray to stay on the right track. Yeah, cause that's gonna be something good for all the faithful and patient. Yeah, bro. Fuck this damn place.
And everything I've done has been for nothing. And that's what it is. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of people won't say it, but what's the point of what we're doing? The world is so evil. There's so many evil people out there that I just can't even.
You know what? Let me go and get a scripture on this before it changes though, because it's supposed to be somebody else gonna start saying something next. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. See, she wouldn't be saying, and then if the righteous be ruling, she'll be a whole lot slimmer, and she won't have that stupid earring in her, not earring, that stupid nose, whatever you call that damn thing in her nose. That stupid shit in her nose. Yeah, she'll be, I seen my niece got that crap in her nose. And you know what? My niece used to be about as big as her. She lost a lot of weight. I hope she ain't on that Ozempic shit. But no, she lost a lot of weight. And I was like, well, damn. But anyway, she got them damn earrings, and I don't hardly see her. This is the first time I ever seen her. Last time I seen her was like 2 years ago. Heck there, last time I seen my niece was 2 years ago. And guess what? She lives 2-3 subdivisions away from my house. I don't study these people, man. My sister. Shit, I don't give a fuck about these people, man. I don't. These people in love with this world. I don't give a fuck. Y'all had this motherfucker. That's how close I am with my family. And I don't give a fuck. Anyway, but hey, I don't care about this truth. I care about my real family, even though I don't see them. My real family be the brothers and sisters, the believers of Yahweh Shema Shah. Shit, I'll have more love for y'all. If it's genuine, shit, if it's genuine, y'all genuinely love the Lord, or I don't know how to say this shit. I don't know how to say it. I'll just be quiet. I'm just real talkative mood. I need to stop talking so much because I don't want to get all personal.
You literally turn on the news and I'm disgusted and I'm horrified every single day. And I'm exhausted every single day. And we're all being gaslit.
Yeah, I mean, I was up there at my niece's graduation dinner thing, and it seemed like her and my sister just like, I just didn't feel no love from them. Hell nah. I mean, shit. I remember my niece was crazy about me when she was a little kid. But now she just grown. It's like, hey, bye. Yeah, bye, shit. Anyway.
I'm like, we're all, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's that bad. It is that bad.
I forgot to read the rest of this. I went on fucking running my mouth about my family. But when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourning. Look at this shit. Her big ass mourning. Everybody mourning, killing themselves, or they in suicide, depressed. Hell, I'm depressed. I'm living in hell with all you sad ass motherfuckers. They feel like they ain't no hope. Shit. I'm depressed. I don't even want to play no more of this video. If you want to watch the rest of the bro video, they go channel the Hopeful Late 3, and they go to the name of the title of the video. I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna end it here. And let that be it. But hey, man, seek Yahweh Shema Shah by seeking his prophets, and take heed of what they say, and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah. By praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting to Yahweh Shema Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and none but the truth, in the name, spirit, and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep your faith and trust on Yahweh Shema Shah, and stay humble. And for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust on Yahweh Shema Shah. Stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order, Yahweh Shema Shah. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.